So the last time I was on a Zoom call with you, you suggested, I was explaining to you my problem with social anxiety and all that. And you suggested to me that I go outside and say hi to multiple people and like to put myself in a social situation. And I did that. I went out and I met my friends who I was hesitating for a long time to meet them. And it was going great. I felt the uncomfortable feeling. Like sometimes I got anxious a bit and nervous a bit, but I learned from you how to feel these feelings and sit with the uncomfortable feelings and do the things that I value and be myself. And what also helped me is to actually know my values, because sometimes I don't want to act out of compulsion, but because I've been maybe in a pattern for so long that I don't really know what the value that I want to do. So I dealt with this situation by being calm and like observing the situation that I'm in, and then I got to feel what I actually value out of this situation, and that it's okay to be anxious and it's okay to feel a bit uncomfortable, but the most important thing is that I don't react out of the anxiety that I feel, and I don't feed the compulsions and remain calm. Maybe sometimes actually calmness really helps me to actually know what I value.
I didn't even ask you. I was about to share a thing. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. And I want you to keep doing what you're doing. I want everybody to know, just if you do this once, that's like saying, oh, I'm going to the gym once this year and I'm going to be super buff. Okay. This is a practice, and most people, that's why they don't grow, are not willing to be comfortable being uncomfortable and doing the things that they value. You're doing so great. And over time, if you keep going, you will have such a better experience and relationship with your emotions. But the most important thing is you growing the things that you want to grow, and you finding out who you are. You seeing, you sharing what you value, you asking yourself. Plus, something beautiful that you shared was, I remember my values beforehand. I want to set my values beforehand. And that's why I always tell you guys to like get like a whiteboard or something, or postal notes, and or on your phone, put your values, the things, the actions you want to do beforehand. Because if we don't know what we want to do next, the brain oftentimes, hey, we could do compulsions. We always been do compulsions. Doing compulsions is so fun. Let's do compulsions. And you said the beautiful thing, which is like, yes, I know my value actions beforehand. I know I'm going to do next thing. Maybe I'm going to do something for my business. And then after, I'm going to yoga, and I can have any thoughts, I can have any emotions, and I can mindfully do that. I am so proud of you. You're doing so great.
Thank you so much. Thank you a lot.
I don't want you said something earlier though that I want to ask you. You said something about, oh, I had more success, or I don't want you to make the success about feeling better, because that's the pitfall. If you make it about feeling better, you will chase the feelings, trying to make feelings feel better. That's a compulsion again, will get you mental health problems. Now, the funny thing is, over time, you guys' paradox is that you guys over time will feel more happy. That's the paradox.
Yeah.
You will be calmer. You will have less anxiety. You cannot have over time a lot of anxiety if you want anxiety. You will build so much more emotional fitness, have so much more space. My clients get rid of ADHD. They get rid of the craziest things, if that's with the emotional fitness program or other things, because they're doing these things. They're practicing these skills. Those things are not genetic. Those things are not a thing. You don't have an ADHD brain. You don't have these things. You practice a skill not knowingly, of avoiding, of controlling, of not doing the things that you value. So I'm so proud of you. That was not even the question. That was not even the thing that we were about to do, but I love that.
Oh, okay.
That. No, you thought I was asking, oh, can someone share what they experienced with my teachings, which was beautiful. I thank you. But what we're going to do now is showing everybody how we share ourselves, which you actually already did. You shared how we share ourselves authentically, which is a very easy and simple thing to do. It's just not doing compulsions. but also being willing to explore, also being willing to try out things. Because a lot of people are chasing safety and they're just saying the thing. This is where social construct comes in a lot of times. Don't you ever have conversations where you're just saying the same thing that you said before with someone you meet because you think that's a socially acceptable thing and you don't want to step out of that because you're scared of
Yeah,
leaving the safety? So yeah, but thank you for sharing. That was so beautiful, Lulu.
you're welcome.
I keep practicing. That's the most important thing. Because like any sport, any tennis, any weight training, you will get stronger. You will get more emotionally fit. You will be more focused. This is the funny thing. You can practice the skill of focus by doing projects and mindfully doing them instead of every 10 minutes, oh, boredom came up, uneasiness came up. I have to check my phone. I have to go on TikTok. You just build the skill of distraction. No wonder you get more ADHD. Does it make sense? So sorry, I'm getting excited. We're going to do this now. Lulu,
Sure.
you and me. I love squirrels. I love trees. I love being in nature. I love having my shirt off. I love talking to you, by the way.
Thank you.
I love all of you guys. It's so beautiful what you guys are doing. Yeah, I just shared like a few things that I love. I want to keep this short, but I shared them if anybody likes them or not, right? Maybe someone thinks, oh, you like squirrels. That's weird. I don't care. I don't care. I share
Yeah,
what I value. I share unapologetically. Maybe the emotion or thoughts come up. Oh, I shouldn't have shared this because other people will not like it. That's you buying into the old pattern of trying to be agreeable. And that way you show your brain that you value another person more than you value yourself, which your brain as your best friend will give you more thoughts of insecurities, more thoughts of chasing the approval
yeah.
of others. So yeah, but what do you want to share with me? And what are some things that you love to do or you want to share with me today? By the way, I saw Top Gun. This is something I want to share. I love Top Gun. I love Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is an amazing, underrated actor. The new Top Gun is amazing. I should get paid by Top Gun for saying this or by Tom Cruise, but it is amazing. I love the movie so much. I love the first part. I love the second. And it's such a beautiful movie. Yeah, you guys can watch it, but I just want to share that. See, and I shared it because I loved it. And I just want to share with you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna share authentically what I love. I love painting, I love art and dancing and getting to know other people and sharing myself authentically with others and also learning about others. This is what I genuinely like. And also to sit in nature and like connect with the nature and the trees. It really makes me feel good.
I love that.
I love that.
Do you paint? You said you paint?
Yeah, I paint and draw sometimes.
Do you have some paintings that you can show me?
Yeah, I have actually. I have an art account.
Oh, I love that. Share with me on like message. But even if you have it physically, you can share right now. Why does it sound like there's a phone on? Is it me? I have like a double thing. But Lula, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I want to let you guys know, I got so like excited. Do you guys see? Like, it's not like a weird, like I get into a conversation, I ask about I'm interested in the painting. And then you get into a natural conversation about talking about anything. The thing that we want to cut out though, are the compulsions, right? Which is seeking approval, which is trying to make our feelings feel better. Always notice when you try to like, oh, I don't want to be embarrassed, so I don't say that, right? Share what you value with the
Yeah.
embarrassment, which will create more emotional fitness. And the more you do this, this is a wonderful opportunity for you guys to do this here because this is such a loving community, right? You guys come weekly, and what people always tell me, they're so surprised how loving everyone is. So this is an
I
easy, safe space for you guys to share yourself.
yeah.
And
I
I'm
just want
excited.
to
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I just have one last thing to be clear about. So when it comes to sharing ourselves and socializing, if we do this thing out of to get rid of the feeling of loneliness and boredom, does that mean that even if we're socializing and our intention in direction to get rid of these feelings, does this mean that we're also acting out of a compulsion?
Great question.
even though we're doing something that we value, like socializing.
Yeah, great question. So let's look at this. If you guys know the emotional fitness program or the how to create healthy relationship program or the self-worth program, you know that one of the biggest exercises I have in there is the value garden, right? The value exercise. That is actually from Mark Freeman. If you want to check him out, he's amazing. Where you find your values and you grow your values, which are part of your values are building relationships, right? Here's the thing. Building relationship is a natural thing for human beings, okay? So, but we want to do it, oh, that's one of my values. I want to support my garden. I want to water my garden. So I do what I value. So I hang out with my friends, go to the movies. What do I value? Oh, I love ice skating. So let's go ice skating with my friends. So in that moment, you do actually two things. You support your physical fitness, you support your relationships, but you do it from a proactive standpoint. Now, if you like sitting at home, you like, oh, I have the feeling of loneliness. How can I make it feel better? Let me go on Tinder. Let me go on Tinder to make the feeling of loneliness feel better. Or let me chase something. That's being reactive. We want to be proactive. We want to proactively schedule these things in your week to proactively support yourself in the value of growing relationships. Does that make sense? Do you see the differentiation? One is you reacting to a feeling. And then, can you guys have the feeling of loneliness? Because that is an old pattern. Can we have the feeling of loneliness and still do something that we value? Can we have the feeling of loneliness and paint and play soccer? Or even, can we have the feeling of loneliness and go out with your friends? I'm not saying don't go out with your friends when you have the feeling of loneliness. I'm saying have the feeling of loneliness, go out with your friends, share yourself in a way that you value and do the things that you value. But don't react from that feeling of loneliness. Can you be a space for that? All right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That was really